Today, we're diving into a really simple but powerful system that's designed to help you stop fighting with yourself and actually build the kind of discipline you've always wanted. Let's get right into it.
But seriously, just take a second to think about that. All those tiny internal debates, right? The little negotiations that start the moment you wake up. It's this constant, draining battle that just eats away at your time and, more importantly, your willpower.
And this quote? It just nails the whole problem. See, the solution isn't about trying to have more willpower, it's about needing less of it. It's about setting up a system that basically makes the right choice the only choice, taking that weaker, bargaining part of you right out of the conversation. So let's give this fight a name. The daily bargain. You know what I'm talking about. It's that constant back and forth in your head where one part of you knows exactly what you should do, while the other part is trying every trick in the book to get you to do something else. It is absolutely exhausting.
Do any of these sound familiar? Yeah, of course they do. We all fall into these little traps. And while each one of these negotiations seems totally harmless by itself, they add up. They create this constant, low-level buzz of decision fatigue that just leaves you feeling drained by the end of the day.
So, how do we stop this endless internal fight? Well, the answer is a really simple concept called bright lines. It's a solution that's designed to just remove the negotiation from the equation entirely.
Okay, so a bright line is exactly what it sounds like. It's a rule that is so clear, there is zero room for interpretation. It's not a suggestion, it's not a goal, it's an unbreakable boundary that you decide on ahead of time when you're thinking clearly and rationally.
And this right here, this is the most important part. A guideline is fuzzy, something like, I should try to eat healthier. A bright line, on the other hand, is absolute. I do not eat sugar. You feel the difference? One invites a debate. The other is a decision that's already been made. It shuts the argument down before it even starts. And this leads us to the biggest payoff of all. You get to reclaim your willpower. By creating these absolute boundaries, you stop burning through your limited mental energy on 1,000 tiny, draining decisions every single day. Look at this. This is the mental shift in action. On one side, you've got this messy, chaotic process of endless negotiation, just a constant drain on your battery. But with a bright line, you make one decision, one time, and that's it. You're done. All of that mental energy is now free for things that actually matter. Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, right? But how do we actually do this? How do we put it into practice? Well, the good news is the process is surprisingly straightforward. Let's break down the steps you can take, like today. The whole process is really just 3 simple steps. First, you've got to get honest with yourself. Identify that one recurring negotiation that drains you the most. Is it hitting the snooze button, mindlessly scrolling? Pinpoint the battle. Second, create your rule, and it has to be absolute, no wiggle room. It needs to be a simple yes or no. And finally, step 3, which is the hardest but most important, you commit to it, no exceptions. This isn't a most of the time thing. It has to be an all of the time thing.
Let's use a super common example, one that I think almost everyone struggles with, that endless nighttime scrolling. You know you should stop, but you keep telling yourself, just 5 more minutes.
And here it is, the bright line solution. No phone in the bedroom. Notice it's not, I'll try to put my phone away by 10 p.m. It's simple, it's absolute, and it is non-negotiable. The decision is already made. The argument is over before it even starts.
And that's really why this whole thing is so powerful. A bright line isn't just some random rule you set for yourself. It's the foundation of an entire system for personal discipline. You're not just trying to manage your behavior in the moment, you're fundamentally redesigning your decision-making process.
And this is what it's all about. You are systematically taking the option to fail completely off the table. When there is no room to bargain, that part of you, the one that wants the easy way out, it just has no voice. It's silenced. So, I'll leave you with this question. Just take a look at your day, find that one recurring, draining negotiation that you have with yourself. What is the one bright line you could draw right now to end that argument for good?